Hey guys, it's No Cap, and today on the show, my guest is a superstar Nigerian music producer and the genius behind most Nigerian hit songs.
The last time that I check, data, go get the moolah. Celebrate me, now when I day alive.
Yeah, Fino on your highway. Here is the highway. I feel good, you know.
Me, I want to try, me, I want to party, me, I want to have some fun. Me, I want to be happy.
No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
You started in Abuja, and and Abuja, to me, the best way I can describe it is like what Nigeria is with crude oil. Like you sell this crude oil cheaply, put it that way, and then you buy the refined products. So it's like we have a lot of talent. Look at you. I mean, we can go. There's just too many people, too many top producers in Lagos, too many good artists in Lagos that started in Abuja or can trace their roots to Abuja. So, what do you think is responsible for that, for people, that migration to Lagos? And, how difficult is it, for an artist or a producer to make it from Abuja, especially because you've gone through this?
Well, so I would say times are changing. Things are becoming different from how they used to be. Well, as at that time, you have to go. Even including my own time when I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You have to go. I would still say till now, you might have to go, but I would say might because I think big shout out to Odumodu.
Yeah.
Odumodu has created Odumodu, not just Odumodu, Bloody Civilian.
Yeah, facts.
They have created, although you also would notice that they have to come to Lagos once in a while and still come.
I think what also makes Odumodu special in that light is because Odumodu is very vocal about, and also, to be honest, he also managed to, build an extraordinary fan base here in Abuja before he even started, moving around. So, yeah.
So I think that times are changing. To be honest, I think the reason why people have to leave Abuja to go to Lagos to really make it a statement is because the structures, the proper structures are in Lagos. I don't know any label, any major label branch that's in Abuja. Do you know anyone?
Man, I
so that's a big question.
We tried to set up one, but
so that's a big question. We have at least our major labels, Mavins, Chocolate City, and the likes, or the popular ones that we know, the Wana and everything.
Yeah, true.
Their branches are in Lagos. Do you understand? So what it means is that you actually have to go there. But now, why I say might is because you have social media.
Yeah.
If you create something so iconic and it goes viral, and then you have a strong fan base, at the end of the day, the labels also want to work with someone that have numbers, someone that has a community, fan base.
Yeah.
So when they see that, okay, you have fan base, you have community, and they are going to look at it that these numbers, what is going to be the conversion? If we sign this guy, let's say, for instance, he's a big Abuja star.
Yeah.
And he has Abuja on lock. Let's say, for instance, we have 4,000 people, or let's just get 10,000 people in Abuja.
Yeah.
And he has 10,000 genuine fans. And they're looking at, if we push this guy more than just Abuja, it will still affect more people.
Yeah.
They have something to start with. So it makes the person interesting to work with.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I would say, at the end of the day, everybody's story and everybody's destiny is different. Just focus on your grace, because everybody's grace is different. Odumodu, it worked for him from here. He went there, fine. I would even say Star Plus that actually started it.
All the way back, right?
Let me be honest. I think it's Star Plus that started that thing.
Facts.
Where they comfortably blew in Abuja.
Yeah.
And they didn't really want to go and stay in Lagos.
Yeah. True.
To be very honest.
Yeah, big shout out
they
to
didn't really big shout out to Star Plus. They are the first people that I would say they put Abuja on that big map.
Facts. I agree.
So we have to give it to them.
And the interesting thing is that theirs was not even, it was like a global thing, even as far back, because I was on tour with them at
even
some
down
point.
to them Jeremiah Gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
And them MI, and then they moved to Lagos.
Yeah.
And now we have the Odumodu, Bloody Civilian, Techno, everybody. So I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's destiny
It's not the
is
same.
not the same. My advice would be focus on what you want to create as your opportunity. Create a fan base, create community, but at the same time also be strategic. So when you've gotten to a level where it's like it's big, but that you still need that second push to take you to that next place, then you might need to actually still come to Lagos and then figure it out and see how can you position yourself. Do you understand? But like I said, you might be lucky, you might get viral. You know,
And
you
Lagos
might
will
be
come
lucky
for you.
and Lagos will come for you.
Yeah.
So everybody's destiny is different. Everybody's
True.
story is going to be different.
True.
Yours might be very unique. It might actually be that you might never even step into Lagos. And that's it.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
think that's just how it works.
No, that makes a lot of sense. That's good to know because, that's, like I said, it's one of the most common conversations because, man, I'm not even going to lie. I know it's sort of, because of the lack of structures you just mentioned.
Well, like for me as a producer, one of the reasons why I even had to move to Lagos is because like the established artists are in Lagos.
Yeah, at the end
as
of
a
the
producer,
day.
who is going to promote your music? It's the artist.
Established, yeah.
You're producing beats. You need the artist to get on the beat, and then it becomes a song.
Yeah,
and then they promote it.
Exactly.
So who do you want to? Do you understand? The artists that are here in Abuja, I mean, as at then, that I would work with, like they're very dope, but maybe they don't have the label to also market it, promote it. So it was only smart for me to be like, okay. And it was crazy because then people would be like, Willis, you're dope. Go to Lagos, go to Lagos, go to Lagos. Me, I didn't want to go, to be very honest. I didn't want to go, but like, well, something happened and it was personal for me. I would just say I lost my mom then.
Yeah, I remember.
Then I just made my mind. I made up my mind. I was like, I just made up my mind. Like, you know what am I even doing in this Abuja? Let me just go and try.
I see. That was a turnaround period.
And yes, that really just pushed me to go and try. And thank God, though, I did. Because I used to think sometimes that if I never made that push, what would have happened?
Exactly.
Like I used to always think about it. That's like one of the biggest things I always think, like, what if I never left Abuja and go and push?
Wow.
But the funny thing is I'm very much in Abuja than Lagos. That's what people don't know. I'm always in and out of Abuja. Because
you're
home.
an Abuja boy, But that's cool. I mean, it's good to have those sort of insights and some sort of reassurance. So, like I was saying, it's really, difficult. Sometimes I think about artists. A lot of young artists come to me, and like, oh, how can you help my career and all of that. And I can see how some people are almost depressed because you have the talent and you're seeing the revolution happening televised before your eyes. I mean, you're seeing the Yung Willis, you're seeing all these people, even though it takes a lot of work,
I won't lie. Sorry to interject. I won't lie. I feel like I always tell people like respect musicians, whether it's just instrumentalists. It's not easy because we have like, imagine you have more like 20 million people, all of them trying to blow. And then the sad truth that is not everybody that is going to blow. And then the craziest thing again about being a musician is that you have to tell yourself that one day it's going to happen.
That belief.
Like I always say that like people need to respect musicians, whether it's beatmaker, artist, anything. Like, because it's not easy. It's just you're believing that one day this thing is going to happen. And sad truth that some people it might never happen for them.
True.
So it's not easy. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm telling you because when I think of, because like there are people I know that more or less could not even transition into anything else. Like they got stuck, so music didn't work out eventually. But so it's a mess. Do you understand? So like I like that you pointed out that thing because like as an artist you have to believe it's going to happen, and when that doesn't happen, you lose out on a lot of time. So now bringing it back to Abuja is what I was trying to point out is that there's a lot of that going on here because of the lack of structures that you mentioned, and it's just so difficult. And but from our conversation, I can tell that we just really need a lot more investments.
Yeah,
we need more music companies, and
very true. We need more music companies coming down. But also, the work that the artists must also do, like I said, is you must create the opportunity for yourself.
Mm.
The way it is, you have to shine the light for yourself so that they can see it.
True.
That's just how I see it.
True.
You have to create some form of like noise.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Fact.
Like you have to make sure that these people are going to say, okay, we're seeing you.
Exactly.
Don Jazzy is one of our biggest music executive in Nigeria.
Mm.
He said something that you want to blow on your social media.
Yeah.
It's not looking like, you want it
Yeah,
badly.
exactly. Yeah.
It's very, very true.
Speaking of that,
Do you
there's this
understand?
guy called First Class in Abuja.
Yeah.
He just dropped a song called Gen Z Fuji. So that guy, it's so interesting how he promotes his music.
I've met First Class.
Oh, really?
I met him with Hit Sound.
Mm.
Hit Sound is an Abuja producer, very dope producer.
Yeah. Oh, he's an Abuja producer.
Yes, Hit Sound.
Interesting.
So when Hit Sound is in Lagos, he buzzes me like, bro, how far now? I'm in Lagos. I'm like, oh, cool, let's see. At the end of the day, it's also important that me too, I must remember that once upon a time, I was like this. I was trying to break in.
That's special.
So, but to me, I even feel Hit Sound is a blown boy right now. Yes, because I think, he might
because I
not
know
be
his name.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Aside from that, like some people might not know him everywhere,
Mhm.
but like he's a big name. We have the producers that are big online.
Mhm.
Like Ransom.
Yeah, Ransom. Yeah.
These producers too are doing very well for themselves.
Yeah, true.
The most important thing is that they are doing well.
That's the most important part, man.
You shock you. Some of them are even doing very well. Than
Yes,
even
man,
the industry.
I know Ransom, man. I know.
So I feel like at the end of the day, these producers are doing well. But back to what you were saying, I would say the most important thing is you have to create an opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
Reality is that everybody is just thinking of themselves.
Fact.
And reality is that no label is willing to put money if they don't feel like this is going to like blossom.
Yeah.
So
It's an
you have to
investment.
create an opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
And I would say my own two piece would be just be prayerful.
I
won't lie, I'm not perfect.
Olua is involved.
For my case, I call myself son of grace.
Yeah.
When I went to Lagos, it didn't happen immediately. I went. That is so funny.
I was even going to ask that's transitioning.
Yeah.
Is it, like oftentimes we think that, okay, once you enter Lagos,
it's not going
so
to happen.
How was it?
This one will be sweet. Let me even tell you. When I went to Lagos, everybody have told me you are good. Me too, I know I'm good.
Yeah.
Praise God. But like Lagos is a different space. Almost everybody is good in Lagos. Do you understand?
I can imagine the hunger.
Do you understand? But I think one thing again that I always say, and I would say it, and I wish that somebody that watched this would take it and carry on, is that you have an advantage. You live in Abuja going to Lagos, your hunger is double than the guy in Lagos. It's just, let me tell you why. It's like when in Nigeria and leave Nigeria and go to America.
Yeah, makes
Before
sense.
you know, you see they're already excelling real fast. Because you're already there, you know why you're there. You're
exactly.
like, me, I'm here to make it.
Exactly, nothing more.
That was how my mindset was. When I left Abuja,
that's...
I went to Lagos, I told myself, I don't have any option. If this thing fails, we die. Do you understand?
Die here.
Obviously, your mind is saying that, I beg you, you no go die. You go find job. But the way I set up my mindset is like my pastor say, if you believe it, if you say you're right, you're right. If you say you're wrong, you're wrong. I just told myself, see, I'm going to make it. I don't know how, but I just know I'm going to make it. When there January 20th, because my birthday was 18th, so I went there 20th. I'll never forget. I saved money, bought my ticket, went to go and stay with my cousin and Presh, and shout out to all of them that took care of me when I first got to Lagos.
Yeah.
And my best friend, Chimzi.
Shout out to them.
He was the one taking me around because I didn't know anywhere in Lagos. He would take me around, even if I was going to have session, I don't know where I'm going to. So I'll have to beg him. And then you will go and work with artists. Because you're an upcoming producer, they are not going to pay you. So now, guess what? You are using your own money to transport yourself.
Wow.
That they will not pay you for. You buy food because Allah will fear you. Yes, now you'll be hungry during the day.
So you're basically spending money.
But I look at it as you're investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Now I'm collecting my money. Now I'm chopping my money.
I know.
So you have to, the truth is, what I'm saying is because there's going to be someone that will watch this, I believe that would, take something from it. You have to just prepare your mind. It's not going to be soft. You get there, obviously nobody know you. Like, I remember there was a time I got into a session. I don't want to call the artist name. I played. This was one of my worst sessions growing
Ever.
up. I played, I think, like 30 beats. You pick one. Let me know. Like, when I go home, I cried. How will
One
I
out
play
of
30 beats? You pick one.
But at least you even
It
thank
will
God
mess
that
with
you-
your esteem as
I
a
can
good producer.
imagine. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was
man.
like, wait, but I'm good though. What's happening? Do you understand? And that's how bad it was. And this was just happening back to back. Guess what? This happened by summer, June, July period. I met up with MI. And I was telling that he knew I was an artist and a producer. And he said something. He said, what always happens most times to people that come from the north that are very talented is that they don't understand how Lagos is so tough. And you know, Abuja is very calm, relaxed, we're laid back, there's love everywhere.
There's love.
So Lagos energy is almost,
Ain't
if
no
you do
love in
anything, I
the
will
heart of the
chance you.
city.
Lagos is like, is streets.
I can
Full
imagine.
streets. The orientation is you must create your opportunity actually. That's Lagos. So MI told me, he said, what happens to most times our northern brothers is that they will always give up because like they are not ready to understand that.
That's sort
See, Lagos is not going to be easy, but most times if you toughen up, you will excel. That thing that he told me was very strong. I won't even lie. That thing MI said was very strong for me. Because let me not lie. I came back to Abuja. That's the part that people don't know. I came back to Abuja.
Really interesting.
Yes. Because from January to June, nothing don't happen now.
More. That's crazy.
I came back now.
Which means that's another good insight because which means you can go if it doesn't work, you come back and
then
you muscle up.
MJ said that nobody wants to feel defeated, Abi. But the man that walks away will live another day to fight.
Fact.
So me, I came back. Thank God for my elder brother Steve. He told me, now that you're back in Abuja, what do you want to do again? It's not the same thing. It's not better you still go and try. I thought about it and then...
Shout out to Steve.
Yeah, and I thought about like what MI said too. You know, and then this is, to be very honest, this is where that God factor comes in. I made a covenant with God. It's like, God, if by the end of this year, I do not blow this music thing, I won't do it.
I know that level.
So, because like at the you have this,
Facts.
I told you like that's what I'm saying. It's a thing of there's no option again. You have to reach that level, and it's a way when someone reaches to that level that there's no option. It's almost possible that it will not work.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing the right things.
Exactly.
Like you're being disciplined, you're being principled, you're working, not just working hard, smart, everything. You're strategizing.
True.
Now let me bust your head. This is the interesting part of the story. The song that changed my life was Sweet Boy. Sweet Boy came out, what people don't know was December period. So imagine the whole year, nothing happened.
And then December, things just changed for you. Literally your career
and do you know why? Do you know why that one was
last minute?
Do you know why that one was so tough? Because like one day I sat and I thought about it, I was like, God, thank you. Because like honestly, I was really like the whole year. See, there was a time that, let me not lie to you, in Lagos, there was a month I didn't have money, I didn't have anything. I didn't have shishi. That time my elder brother sent me money tire.
Hey, shout out to Steve.
Now he's collecting
his royalties.
He's collecting his royalties for investing in my life.
It's good.
You know, like there was a time like that was that bad. And shout out to Praise and Fouls.
Yeah.
They understood that, okay, this is a young producer living in Abuja, you know, trying to, the once in a while just say, hold
press
this one, whole body.
Yeah, my guy Pablo Sima press.
I remember when I bought my car, Faust looked at me and he said, Willis, I'm proud of you. You made it in Lagos. It was very big for me because he's somebody that honestly, I remember the second session I was supposed to have with Faust, he called me, come to the studio. I didn't have TP to go. I didn't have transport money to
crazy,
go.
Man.
I didn't have transport money to go, but now, I mean, his birthday self, I did buy a gift.
Abi?
As per years. Do you understand?
You know, you've gone from even, I remember when you actually did a party, I think was to celebrate the car, and then you also did
even
your
this
studio
January 7th, I just did my my all-white party, beach house.
Yeah.
We give them La Vida Loca.
By the way, when are we going to get the next Willis Give Them Festival?
Oh, yeah. So,
I mean, come now. Come to Abuja. Bring it to Abuja, please.
So, to be honest, I think Corona really changed a lot for everybody.
Crazy, yeah.
You know, when I did Willis Give Them, and to be honest, that's what people don't understand. When I did Willis Give Them Festival, I would have done it in Lagos. But I decided to do it in Abuja because I wanted to bring like my only two-way industry down to Abuja.
Yes, you did bring it.
You know, we brought Files, Timaya, Ice Prince,
I remember.
LAX Praise, a lot of people. After we did 2019, Corona was 2020, IB.
Yeah.
That, and everybody was scared. I wanted to do 2021, but everybody was still like, we don't know if we can still do events. And after those 2 years, man, it's definitely far. But I'm definitely, like, me and my team, we're trying to see how we bring back Willis Give Them Festival. So
please bring it back. Yeah. Okay, on one other question I'd like to ask is like in this Abuja music scene right now, who is one artist?
I'm rooting for everybody that is dope, but one artist that I would say that I really want him to win as well would be SK.
Shout out to SK.
What people might not know is SK went to my university.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So I met him there in Abroad, and I just knew that this guy is very good. Honestly, who will come back and watch this video? SK is going to be very big. I really believe the guy.
Man. I really believe
the guy. SK is going to be big.
I believe so. He's promoting one of his songs I really like. It's called Bad Character. Yeah. He had the black balls on it.
Yes.
I also one other song I really also like, apart from the popular ones like Agbalagba and the rest of them. Ocean Views. Ocean Views is also really nice.
He's one person that I really I know that by the grace of God, when the time is right. I feel like sometimes again what people don't understand is you might not know that all these things is just prepping you so that when the time comes, like look at our almighty Burner.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
It's been a long time coming, so he deserves
everything.
Where he is.
Facts. Facts.
He deserves everything. So if you look
to be honest, it's almost everybody's success story. Anybody who is successful, you just have to love them. You just have to celebrate with them because, bro, behind that success, there's a whole lot of story. You know,
they have grind though.
Yeah, the grinding is difficult.
So I also feel like whatever he's just in his process, he's growing. And once in a while, once we talk, I always tell him, guy, don't worry, we'll shock you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also a matter of time. I mean, he's already there. It's just that, steep, climb. That's you've done the climb, reach like this. Then there's that, like yours was from let's even shrink it into from January to December. So there was January, all the things that was happening, nobody knew, and then December,
that last minute.
So that kind of thing. But it was really, it's been really nice. One other thing that I actually want to talk about before I forget is I always want to ask everybody who comes on the show this question: like, if you were not doing entertainment, music, production, and all of that, like, what's that one thing that you could picture yourself doing? Like, try to close your eyes for a second and imagine your life outside of entertainment. What would be that one thing for you?
I think I've probably been doing the 9 to 5. Probably work at ECOWAS.
Interesting.
Maybe,
Interesting.
But I knew that 9 to 5 life,
it's not your calling.
And the good thing, like one good thing is like I knew immediately I finished my university. I told my mom, I said, Mommy, I've tried. Let me try. Let me try now. Let me try music. So because when I was in university, someone wanted to sign me. Yeah.
So they were at least signed from day one.
But my mom was like, you must finish school. So that one just passed away. But I do not regret. I know that everything that happened is how God wanted it to happen.
Yeah. I mean, especially with how it has turned out, man.
Yeah.
So Willis, man, it's been really nice to have you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really glad that you made out time to be here and share all these gems. And I'm sure someone... And even me, I've actually learned a number of things from the conversation. And, so thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of No Cap. keep watching and share. Also give us feedback, because that's going to help us grow. Thank you very much, and see you next time. My G.
It was nice.
You,
I enjoyed
appreciate
myself.
that. Yes. If you haven't seen the first part of this conversation, I've dropped a link in the comment section. Click on it and check it out right now.